Yo, how's it going, everybody? We're back with another trade recap. Hope y'all having a blessed, amazing day. It's already nighttime, man. It's already like 8 p.m. for me out here in Cali, man. I mean, I know I should have got out the trade recap sooner, but as long as we get it done, man. I'm just go over to this morning price action. I did wake up late today. I woke up right as the macro started, so that's whatever. I mean, I gotta be on time next time, but as long as we're not too late. And yeah, we'll just get over the trade recap and kind of what I saw right now in Asia session, as we'll get into that. But what I saw this morning was um, on a 4 hour, we look like we're going bearish 100%. We inversed this gap. We ended up kind of closing above this gap, but we still pushed lower. So yeah, I thought I was looking for longs a little bit. I was looking a bit bullish as we had this 4 hour gap we're tapping into, but that wouldn't have been till later. So I was looking for longs at this point. I could have had a continuation trade, but um, I guess I'm not really against the trend trader, but that's more of my model, I guess, and that's what I ended up catching today. As I was looking at the 1 hour, as we can see, we have this gap, and then we have this liquidity here. But in order to have a reversal, we don't even have to tap into this. And I was looking at MES, we had the same exact thing. Um, we had this hourly gap we were tapping into, and over here we did end up sweeping these lows. We were in this gap, and my full confirmation for a long was that, it's like around, what time was it? It's around like 6:35. Okay, I'll see if price wants to come down lower and end up respecting this 1 hour gap. And yeah, I took two trades today. As one was for a L around like 700, and the other one was for a dub for around 1500. The max amount on Top Step. So yeah, I'm blessed to walk away with a green day. As the first loss could have been avoidable. I could have been more patient when it came to entering the trade. But yeah, man. I mean, price action was pretty good as soon as I hopped on. So on the 1 minute, it's going on 1 minute. It's around the time I hopped on. I hopped on like around 6:40 Pacific time, and I was just looking at price, and then I was just waiting for a price to see if it would end up respecting this gap. That was my whole confluence on the day, and on that moment was that, okay, if this gap gets disrespected, we're bearish. I'm probably not gonna trade today, and if this gap gets respected on ES mostly because it was a leading indicator. We were leading, we were in this gap, and right here we haven't even tapped into this gap. So I was mostly making my confirmation to go long on MES as it was the leading asset. But yeah, I mean, let's just get right into the trade. What time is it? 6:40. Let's go on 1 minute. On MES, we ended up respecting these gaps. Let's see if we swept these lows or these highs on MES. What time is it on here? We're at 6:39, 6:42. We ended up respecting this gap and just straight inversing this gap. You could have caught a short here. Um, could have caught a short there. I just kept dumping, and this is where I got caught. We ended up tapping here. What time was it here? 6:47. What time is it? 6:47. Okay, so this is exactly where I entered. I saw we tapped into this, this 1 hour gap on MES, and as soon as we started to reverse, I probably entered here for around this first inverse here, targeting these highs, but I got kind of manipulation as price just kept coming lower. Boom, it was in the green, ended up coming back lower. I was like, okay, I got caught in the manipulation. I'm gonna see what price wants to do. And it came down lower. And price ended up coming here, respecting this gap, going bullish, and then coming back lower, resweeping these lows as this swept these previous lows. I was like, okay, MES took out these lows. My last confirmation was I'm gonna wait for that hourly to end, or I'm gonna wait till the last minute to enter this trade and see what happens here. 656. Okay, if we want to respect this gap, we're gonna have to create a move here. So once I saw this happen, I was waiting on ES for that to happen. Okay, came back lower. I was gonna see. I kind of entered right after it was already 6:56. The time was about to end, so I was like, okay, we gotta push up higher. And yeah, I pretty much entered around here. I kind of just took a strong conviction that yeah, we're gonna respect this gap. I was like 100%, certain we're gonna respect this gap. As we just swept these lows, we were around in this gap. We had a couple minutes left, and I entered right here, and yeah, price just kept going up. I had my highs around here. We were also in this 15 or this 5-minute gap. Sorry, in this two-minute gap, and I ended up getting edged real bad. I'll show y'all right now. Ended up getting edged. Wait, where was my TP? Am I tripping? Let's see my real. Where did I take my trade? Oh no, my initial highs. Sorry. My initial highs were at these highs at this point because I just had my price, my take profit exactly at 1500. My initial highs would have been here, but damn, that's crazy. As soon as we took my profit, we got edged crazy here. We came back, damn, it was meant to happen, man. We came back. Boom, bro, look how close I was. Not even a tick away. And price came back down. I stuck to my trades from here, and from here on out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go break even. Went break even, and literally came back, respect these gaps, came back, reswept these lows, and just dumped. So my take profit was perfect, man. My initial take profit would have been here, but it would have been over the rules of Top Step. So I had my 1500 win here. That's crazy, actually. So yeah, man, completely blessed. That was all by the grace of God. And yeah, that was a trade for this morning. After taking an L, I was like, okay, we manipulated. We took out these lows on MES, and if we want to respect this gap, we're gonna have to shoot up. And that's exactly what we ended up doing. And I was glad I took my piece of the pie. And I should have seen this, actually. I did not see this. I was too convicted on the trade I was taking. We did end up taking these highs on MES. So if I did take a look at that, I probably would have got out right then and there. But I'm glad I didn't. And that's crazy. I had my profit in this exact, spot right there for a good R, 3.2. Not bad. And going into the right now, when I was making this trade recap, I was looking at the market right now in the Asia session. And this is kind of what I saw. As I kind of had the same thing going on right now. As if we respect this gap, we're completely just go bullish. And it was based off this gap right now that just closed 20 minutes ago. What was it? So yeah, we had the same thing. I had the same bias as if we end up respecting this gap, we're gonna have to make a move soon. And where were we? Here. And I was looking, okay, we have nothing to inverse besides this 1 minute gap. Let me look at the 30-second. And I saw here around this time, I was like, okay, we need a back door, create this higher. My initial bullish confirmation was gonna be this inversion because that had to happen right then and there. We were already 2 minutes away. But no, we just kept coming lower, and I was like, I'm not gonna trade today in Asia session. So good, we did end up inversing this on a 30-second, so there's not too much power there. as we did create this gap and reset. So yeah, it's too much selling power. I'm gonna just wait till morning session. Yeah, it's pretty much a trade recap for, you know, this morning and what I saw in the market. If I was gonna enter, will basically be this gap getting, you know, respected and coming back higher. But that's not what we ended up doing tonight. And yeah, that's the trade recap for today. I hope you guys have a blessed, amazing day, and God bless everybody. Market open tomorrow.